everybody, this is Jose. My friends call me Host, and if you're entering here for the first time into this channel, welcome. I'm a tinkerer at heart, and I end up doing a lots of things. One of the things that people have been asking me for a long time has been, yo, how do you end up doing all this cool PowerPoint slides? And this one that I did lately was an actual thing. It was about from a startup that I was working on. And it was basically a digital platform that it was going to be used for payments in Latin America. Yes, if you ask, I'm from the Dominican Republic. And today I was asked by a good friend of mine, hey, yo, you got to do this. You got to show it to us how you end up doing it. And I said, okay, I promise you I'll make a video. And this is it. The thing is that considering that this takes a long time, I'm just going to split it into different videos. And I'm going to show you how I end up doing each of the components that I'm showing you right now. Yes, this was completely done in PowerPoint. There was no external tool used. There was no program, no nothing. And yes, besides the pictures or just a couple of icons that I found out, that's about it. And for this video, we're going to be covering is this first slide. You can see this is what we call a parallax effect, which basically you have this background image over here, and when you press next or the spacebar on your keyboard, it scrolls up and it shows you here a text, and you get three different presentations here on the bottom. Maybe in future videos, I'm going to show you how I end up doing all of these designs. And for now, let's focus on this one. The first thing you want to do is you want to open a new PowerPoint slide, of course. The second thing is that you want to find a really good picture. And by really good picture, I mean something that has good resolution. I think anything that is above 720p should work. That's like 1280 times 720, but that doesn't matter. It's like, just get a good picture. And I honestly do not remember where I got that one from. But let's say that I got it from the internet, and which I did. And we place it here. And you want to have a good picture because what you want to do is that you want to stretch the picture all the way to the width of the slide. Once you have it there, what you are going to do is that you're going to leave it here. We are going to go here to home, and we're going to click here on select. And on selection pane, this is one of the hidden gems from PowerPoint. It allows us to see the list of all the things, items, whatever that we have here on the current slide. And with that, we can just turn off this picture. We're going to come here to insert. Please, one thing is that you do not need any special PowerPoint version, as I just mentioned. I think that anything above PowerPoint 2007 works. It doesn't matter if you have something old. Click here in rectangle, and what you want to do is you want to draw a rectangle, let's say here, all the way to the top, and then it matches the width. The next thing, you want to copy and paste this rectangle again, and you want to make it, what would be, no, it would be wider. Let's see, I would say longer. You want to make it longer. And the next thing is that this opening that is being created is going to be where our picture is going to reside. This is going to be the sliding window of the parallax effect. If we click back picture 2, we can see somehow how big it's going to look. You want to make the opening bigger. Let's slide this rectangle a little bit down. Please do understand that we have to make this rectangle bigger, and it's because later for the animation effects, it's thanks to its size, it's going to have a different speed than the other one on the bottom. You're going to see if you want to experiment to actually get what I'm trying to say. Now that we have these things, the two rectangles, we need to apply a masking. A masking is basically something that we're going to cover on top, and that it's going to create this effect for us. In here, I ended up adding another rectangle, and let's just change we're gonna come here to the format tab and click on a dark color. It can be any color. I think I used dark blue for that one. And once it got selected, you're gonna right click on it, click here on format shape, and come here to the transparency tab, and you're gonna make it about 40-50%. It doesn't matter actually, as long as you're able to see the thing behind this. We're doing this darkening because of two reasons. Number one, we want to add a text on top of it. If we add some text and we add some white text and we make it, let's say, somewhat bigger so you can see it. If we didn't add this transparency on the back, look that it is not easily distinguishable from the picture on the back. So that's why we added, and we add some darkening into it. And the second thing is that because PowerPoint doesn't allow us to darken images directly, we have to go through this process of creating this rectangle on the top. I think the sliding window is a little bit too short, so I'm just going to slide this thing a little bit to the bottom. I'm going to stretch this to the back, down here, and once we have all of this, what we want to do is that we want to turn off this rectangle, turn off this text over here, and turn off the picture over here. Note that I've been clicking them and they get automatically selected here in the selection pane. I click here on the eye and they go away. So why are we doing this? Important. The parallax, this effect of sliding window, is an illusion that we create with the program. By combining these two rectangles, we make them that's the same background as the currently one that we have in here. Do understand that if you have some sort of fancy background, like an image background or a gradient background, it's going to be more tricky to implement this effect. My recommendation would be just to use some solid color, and it will get you the effect that we want. You can select both of them, click on the shape fill, and after that is that, let's check. It doesn't matter if it goes beyond. Doesn't matter if it goes beyond. We need to do, because if it goes beyond, it's just not going to look. It's gonna be okay. Now, if we select both rectangles and come here, and we click here on the shape outline, we have to remove the outline. Otherwise, it's going to look funky, and we're not going to see the effect. See here, when I click here, that you can see everything continues as some sort of continues. Sorry for that. Now, I'm going to select both rectangles again. You can select them here over the pane or through selecting normally, and you're going to go back to this rectangle that we just created here, the masking one. And what we're going to do is that we're going to right click, come here to group and click group, or alternatively you can press Ctrl G or Command G to group them together. And once we have it, we can safely enable our picture, and we can see, Jesus, this trader, it did not get selected. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, that's our rectangle. Let's group it, and once we have our, wait, did it get? Okay. So there we go. There we have our slide. If we press Shift Control F5, it moved a little bit because this bad girl had the animation that I just copied from the previous one. Just gonna go quickly and remove it. Okay, so now we have this one. We're almost done with the effect. The next thing that we're going to do is that we are going to hide this one, and we're going to place the image somewhere here on the bottom. And we're going to enable this one again, and we're going to look for our sliding window here for a place that we want to put it. Check that. Okay, so check that whenever you're placing it, you place it far enough down so it does not look. Let's move both of them a little bit to the top. Okay, that looks better. And once we have it, yeah, I think this one has. I don't know if this one has an outline or not. I'm very picky when it comes to these things. I go and look for the smallest details. Now that we have this, the next thing that we have to do is that we just create the effect. And for the effect to be created, we are going to disable the group 14 so it becomes easier. We're going to click here on the image. We're going to come here to animations, add animation, lines. To make our lives easier, we're going to click here in effect options, go to the up, and if we click here, we can see a preview. If you have older versions, I think 2007, it's not going to show up. We are going to place it here all the way to the top. And we're going to disable now the picture. We're going to hide the picture. Bring group 14 picture, group 14 again together. And, well, no, actually we're going to enable picture 2. And click here on add animation. Lines for group 12. For group 14 that we have in here. Click on up. And we're going to select, okay. So if the picture goes again, that's why I like turning it off, so I can check it. We see, I think the slide ends here, so we're gonna move the sliding window all the way to the top, and we're gonna enable picture 1 again. So what I just did was that I took the point here of group 14 where it ended, and I tried to place it as my best guess as possible all the way to the end. I come here to the animation pane, click on it, and I can see my 2 effects in place in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click here in picture 2, and I'm going to click here play from. You can see it slides to the top, and my thing follows through. So, okay, that's good. Now, for the parallax effect to be created, we're going to select group 14. We're going to click here start with previous. With this one in place, we can see that both of them are sliding at the same time, and the parallax effect has been successfully created. One thing that I have personally noticed with time and experience is that it gets tenfold better if we reduce the duration. And I love to reduce it. If we select both picture 2 and picture 14, you can do it by clicking on one and clicking shift on group 14. Come here to where it says duration, and let's place it here to 0.75. Once we do this, and we click play selected, see how it changes. Now it was a little bit too fast, I think, so we can just bump it all the way up to 1 and see. There we go. It looks much better this way. I recommend you to come here to slideshow and test it and say, okay, so we have it here. We make a click here. Boom. There you go. You can make the adjustments you want to make, but those are more minor stuff. We can make the sliding window a little bit shorter, wider. Get this one here, and then oh wait, I am a safe maniac. Come here and whoop. There we go.